I like to show off how it is that you as a user would create code within the Razroo system, how it would work, how it's easier, and what we're telling people that we're asking if they would like to create any code within Razroo. So I'm currently working on a Razroo recipe book for Auth0 Angular. This is for our friends over at Auth0, so that for anyone that wants to use Auth0, you can simply just click on this executable and integrate it. So I'm actually building these recipes out one by one, and I just want to show an example of how it is that I myself currently test this. So what I'll do is I'll go over to the executable. I'll go ahead and I'll just put in the repo that I want to generate this to, and I'll go ahead and execute. And then I'm just going to wait for this code to go ahead and to execute itself. We'll probably be there in about 3 or 4 seconds. The code generation system is incredibly quick. So there we go. So I now have my code that's been created. You can see here it's creating an Auth0 service for me. It's automatically installing the correct version of Auth0. It's creating an auth service with unit testing. It's integrating this into an auth module that I'm going to then import into my main app module. So if I wanted to test this, all I need to do is I could just grab my branch here. I can go within my repo that I'm testing against, and then I can just check out to this branch. And now I can just test this in real time. So it's a super fast process. If I ever want to test this with my local, I could just make new changes, use this existing code base, and then build that over to a new branch. And it's actually a much simpler system than anyone's ever been used to, anyone's used. And instead of me having to now, let's say, create my own brand new Angular code base or whatever, I can now just piggyback off of the core code that Razroo has, and I can actually now sell something meaningful that people can use. And this is maybe taking me only about an hour, hour and a half. And while we're Razroo and we're building this for the community and we're not going to pay, we're paying $0 for this, this would easily sell like hotcakes if we were to make this something like $2.99 for people to purchase. But instead, we're allowing people to purchase this for whatever they want. So super simple process. You just get your executable going. You push that to your branch. You check out to your branch. And then you just simply run your repo with your local host. And then you're good to go. Ignore the color. But as you can see here, everything is working as expected, and I have my Auth0 authentication. So this is just one of the many examples of how it's easier to buy code. Well, it's easier to buy code on Razroo, but how it's easier to create code and to sell code within Razroo. And it's also just going to be higher quality, baked in documentation. As you can see here, the Razroo system creates all this documentation. So just one of the many benefits, I want to show this off.